Hi there, everybody. Meteorologist Dontae Jones alongside Andre Bernier here in the Dick Goddard Weather Center. Um, Today, if you like the heat and if you like the heat, I won't say humidity. If you like the heat, this was sort of a letdown for you. If you like the humidity, I think you're giddy about today. It's been awfully humid. The problem was, although it's not a problem, what we forecast, we thought there would be a lot more sunshine. And it was always a question if this batch of thunderstorms would develop or not. There were so many variables in the atmosphere, and so with the cloud cover and the showers and the thunderstorms, it just really severely limited the sunshine and thus the temperatures. So we didn't reach the triple digits. They got close to it out west, like towards Findlay, and towards Dayton, towards Toledo. I remember yesterday, New Philadelphia, they got to 99 as far as the heat index goes, but not today because of the clouds and the showers around. So, but there was plenty of mugginess out there. One of our coworkers here said, before I went on air, she was describing the humidity, and she said it feels like someone's laid a warm, wet blanket on top of you. I said that's a good description, Ann. Don't copyright that. I want to use that for the newscast, but I think that's right. And then add on top of that, the poor air quality. It's just hard to breathe at times because of the humidity, the heaviness of the air, and the poor air quality. You got to remember, moisture in the air, water vapor, it actually has weight to it. So, when it's really humid outside, it's really feeling like air you can wear. I mean, and then when you get a brush of lower humidity, you just feel light and springy and just you're like a Disney cartoon. You just want to waft on air and float and sing and dance and all that good stuff. So, because humidity has weight to it, it really weighs you down. All that to say that we did not have the heat advisory that we thought we would have because of the rain and storms. I'm sure plenty of you out there is saying that is no problem. All right, one problem we had to get through before the weekend, and then we're good. We're in the clear. We'll talk about it here in a second. That's another batch of thunderstorms. Yep, coming in overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. We've got to talk about another batch of strong to possibly severe thunderstorms. Then over the weekend, a mix of sun and clouds. It'll still be warm and muggy tomorrow, so it'll still have that summer feel, but then it turns more early fall by Sunday, where the temperatures are in the upper 70s, the humidity is low, sunshine, and then refreshing as we get into next week, because that Sunday feel, we carry that right on over into next week too. End of next week, we start to increase the temperatures back a bit, but then it goes back into the 70s by next weekend. So there's your little hint of what's to come in the 8-day. All right, so look just to the west there. You see where those yellow things pop up? Those are severe thunderstorm watches. That's over into Minnesota and Iowa and Wisconsin. So that's coming our way, and that's what we'll see as we head into the overnight hours into early Saturday. And that is what we'll be watching. Alexis Walters will be here overnight in the morning. And if there are any tornadoes out of that, which there shouldn't be, the tornado threat is really low with this system. So is the hail threat. But nonetheless, she'll keep you updated. If you're one of those who are up in the middle of the night, or if you're one of those who get up early Saturday morning, and tomorrow, here's a hint for you. If you're one of those who watch the morning shows on the weekend, World Cup, Women's World Cup is going to take over the shows tomorrow morning, the newscasts. So maybe check in on the website, on the app, the clickable portion. Don't know if Alexis will do a Facebook Live or what have you. I don't know, but we usually get direction from our digital team. But tomorrow morning, overnight tonight, that's going to be the big story, is the next batch of thunderstorms that rolled through here. So tonight it's quiet. So if you're looking to do anything tonight, it's quiet. It's a typical warm, muggy, dry summer evening. No problems tonight. Here's currently where we stand. 87 over in Toledo and Findlay. That's where they've had a lot more sunshine for the bulk of the day. where we've had cloud cover and showers, we never really recovered all that much. So we're in the upper 70s to lower 80s, except Ashtabula, where they, again, just had some thunderstorms move out of Ashtabula County. So that's why they're so cool. They still have that rain-cooled air there. The dew point temperatures, there's that legend at the top. You know, that oppressive, when we get into the 70s and 80s, that's where we are. We're in the lower to mid 70s. So it's really muggy outside. I think if you're spending any amount of time outdoors this evening, you may notice that your shirt might be a little bit moist by the time the evening is done because it's just so humid out there. But we have nothing compared to Iowa. Look at this. Andre put this together. And Andre, here's one for you. He's here off of my shoulder. 91. I think that's an anomaly. I don't think that's legit of a dew point temperature, but the 80s are legit. 82 in Algona, 82 in Charles City, Columbus 81, Carroll 86. The 91 has to be an anomaly, something wonky, crazy going on with that sensor. But yuck. I've seen this one time before. That was when I was in Eastern North Carolina, when I used to be the meteorologist there. And we're right by the ocean, and so there's plenty of moisture for the atmosphere. Okay, so Andre saying Atlantic is 86, not 91. But that's still high. That's still miserable and uncomfortable. So yeah, we'll take our lower to mid 70s compared to their 80s for dew point temperatures. Here's what it feels like though. 93 is what it feels like in Lorraine. See what I tell you? If you're out this evening, your shirt's going to be wet because it's just so muggy out there. 92 is what it feels like in Toledo, 96 in Findlay, 89 in New Philadelphia, 86 in Mansfield. So the big story here this evening is the humidity, not the heat. All right, so overnight tonight, I'd say again until about maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, we're quiet, we're just warm, we're muggy, and then that's when the showers start to come in. And I'll show you again the futurecast here in a second. There's still some events going on. All Ohio Summer Festival in Akron, Jazz and Jokes, and the Pro Football Festival going on down in Canton this weekend, and jamming in the park. Middleburg Heights tomorrow. Again, tomorrow we are mostly dry. There are a few showers in the morning. Those fizzle out, I'd say maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then maybe an isolated, lingering pop-up shower, thunderstorm for the afternoon, but predominantly dry. And then we're all dry on Sunday, and comfortable too, for that matter. All right, so here's the futurecast. There's where I stop it, right there, 4 o'clock in the morning. You'll notice that cluster that I just showed you moving away from Minnesota and Iowa and Wisconsin, that gets to our western areas, Port Clinton, Tiff, and Bucyrus, all about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then it's moving eastward. There's 5 o'clock in the morning, Oberlin, Mansfield, Medina, Worcester. There's Cleveland at 6 o'clock in the morning, Akron, Streetsboro, Canton, New Philadelphia, and then it's all out of here. There's 10 o'clock in the morning, so it looks like it tries to linger at least through maybe about the noon hour or so before it finally gets out of here. And so with that line that comes in, again, as I told you, the biggest threat with those is the gusty winds and the heavy rain, because there's a lot of juice in the atmosphere, a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, a lot of water vapor in the atmosphere. So it's going to dump some pretty torrential downpours. And then you add the rainfall that we've already received this week from thunderstorms, then the ground is already saturated for some of us. So that's just going to lead to some more flooding, some runoff. The tornado threat and the hail threat, those are pretty low. Not really expecting those with this storm system. So tonight, 72, scattered rain and storms for the middle of the night, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning as this storm system moves eastward. And then tomorrow, 82, mix of sun and clouds. Again, an isolated shower or so in the afternoon, but most of the rain should be in the morning. And then here's the 8-day forecast. Gets you into Sunday, partly cloudy skies, 78, low humidity. Monday and Tuesday, last day of July, first day of August. You know, these are usually the dog days of summer, and it's not feeling like it at all. Sunny, low humidity, 79. I know a lot of you like that. You're like, this is just fine. I get it. Understand. 82 Wednesday, sunshine. 85 on Thursday, sunny skies. So we start to creep back up into the 80s by next Friday. Scattered showers and storms, 82. But then after that front passes next Friday, 79 by next Saturday. Partly cloudy skies. So we've got one more thing to get through, and that's that round of thunderstorms tonight. And then the weekend looking pretty good. Again, Saturday morning, probably the best time. of seeing any of the rain and thunderstorms, and then it gets out of here. So that's what's going on here in the weather department. I'll have an update for you coming up at 10 o'clock. And of course, if you're DirecTV, AT&T, I'm sorry, but that's one of the reasons why we do these, to where you could at least get the forecast update here on Facebook Live. We can keep in touch and tell you what's going on until corporate works all this stuff out. But nonetheless, have a great Friday evening. Have a great weekend as well, and I'll see you at 10 o'clock.